most women don't wake up and say, I want to become a commercial sales agent. It's just not something that comes up. This isn't a barrier to doing that, but it's not something that is often, I guess, promoted or put out there. So I worked for Knight Frank when I first finished uni and I won the scholarship. Following that, the person that was my director at the time, he then became the managing director of Knight Frank New South Wales, who I'd always stayed in touch with. He then said, you know, what are you going to do? And I said, look, well, my husband and I are looking to leave Sydney and move to Wagga, and he had the idea of, why don't you set up Knight Frank Wagga franchise. The biggest challenge that we faced was initially when we opened Knight Frank Wagga. We were essentially a startup company. We didn't buy a rent roll or have an existing sort of business in town to rely on. When we opened, we were essentially canvassing clients and asking them to entrust us with their, in some cases, multi-million-dollar investments. So we had a lot of time trying to establish a track record and building that rapport and reputation in the industry. We look after a number of properties, both on a management level. We have a number of shopping centres that we look after, mainly supermarket-based centres. And we also look after a number of industrial properties, some main street retail. And on a sales and leasing level, we also have various retail and industrial properties available. I have a young family. I have 2 children and work full-time with my husband, so we have a lot of juggling to do. I think it's just more about being very organised and trying to ensure that you manage everyone and where they're going and ensure that, I think it's obviously a challenge, and it's a challenge that everyone faces, male and female, and it's something that, we work on. An average day, there is no normal in commercial property. So we manage a lot of shopping centres. So there's a lot of people that come in to seek assistance in relation to that. We receive a lot of inquiries from people looking to, lease space or looking to buy something. We also spend quite a bit of time doing, obviously, paperwork and the like, budgets, forecasting. There's a lot of financial management and accounting associated with the management side of the business. Probably the most rewarding project that I've worked on since being at Knight Frank Wagga is the redevelopment of Woolworths at Kringle Mall. It's one of those projects that started from acquiring the required land to completing the lease transaction with Woolworths, achieving the development approval from council, appointing the builder, managing the whole process whilst the shopping centre's open and trading, and then I guess seeing it to completion and seeing the success that it has become. When you do a redevelopment, it is a very public thing to do. I mean, you think about renovating your house and your neighbours might look over the fence and wonder what's going on, whereas when you're renovating a shopping centre and all of the general public are there, everyone has an opinion, everyone wants to know what's going on. So it's very much a responsibility to keep everyone up to date, because everyone feels a part of it in the local community. One of the things that we are most proud of is that we did create the company, and it's like all those things, it's one of those things that you really do hold quite dear once you do something like that. Look, I think regional Australia is very supportive of new businesses, and there's a lot of people out there that really want to see new businesses succeed. And I think that it's a really good idea if you've got an idea. There's really a lot of people out there that are willing to help and support and throw their time and effort behind assisting you. It's a really welcoming environment, and we haven't looked back. I mean, sitting in traffic is no fun at all, so I much prefer to be here and being able to sort of manage, and owning your own business allows you to be a little bit more flexible as well.